Hello, welcome to another episode of The Final Third. A very special episode because we've got an Arsenal family. This is an episode I've always wanted to do, but they never let me do what I want to do on the show. Very beautiful guests and very special guests. We'll start with Junior Bar from Untitled Podcast. Got the lovely Xhaked. We're going to discuss that name in a sec, but Brianna from Goaldiggers Podcast. And we're international, baby. We got Leo De Silva over there. Some of you might know him from, Big Brother, Big Brother Nigeria, But anyway, yeah. So yeah, cool. How's everyone doing?
Good, man.
We're good. Are we happy to start the season on Saturday?
Yeah. Well, a few more signings would have been nice before the start of the season, but we're here now.
Oh, you've got it. Yeah. Well, firstly answer my first question. So let me start with Brianna. How have you found Arsenal's transfer so far? What do you take from it?
I was hoping for a bit more by now. We definitely did need centre-backs, good centre-backs. And we've done that, but we also needed to strengthen the midfield, and that hasn't happened yet. And I actually kind of wanted us to get rid of a couple more players as well, which we haven't done.
Like who?
Like the 11 centre-backs we have now. We definitely need to get rid of Mustafi, Socrates, and I'd probably say one more, either Chambers or Holding. I don't really mind which one.
Yeah, fair enough. Leo, what about you? How have you found our transfer so far? You excited? You impressed?
How would I be impressed with just one person coming in though? We've only bought one person. We got Ceballos on loan, and that's it. Oh. I keep forgetting that we got Willian because I haven't seen him play. But yeah, anyway, so we haven't done as much. We've always needed a proper powerhouse in the middle. Torreira has not done it for us. So I don't know. Probably Elneny is showing some brilliant signs in training. That's why we're not getting Partey. I don't know, but we need a player like Partey. We definitely need a player like Partey. So we've gotten Gabriel. Gabriel is okay, but we need a powerhouse in midfield. I think our attack is actually good. Okay, we don't have a 10. Well, we have Ozil, but he's leaving next season. So we need a 10 and we need a powerhouse. So.
Okay. Boy. For me, Arsenal's over the years, everyone knows Arsenal's been taking the energy out of me every year. We win an FA Cup, I get a little bit excited. But these transfers, it's just not papering over the cracks, but it's Willian's short term. The two centre-backs, Saliba coming in this year and Gabriel, obviously, that we've added to, they're still very young. And in that position, being as good as we need you to be at that age is very, very rare. So we're resting a lot of our hopes on two kids. But I don't believe they're going to play together. They're going to play together for long periods of time. But that's all we've got so far, really. We've got Willian, Gabriel, and we still need to strengthen elsewhere on the pitch. But Junior, I know we all want Partey, Junior. Now, before Brianna gets involved, if we got Partey, would you play him with Xhaka? Would you how would he fit into the team? Who would you play with?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't play him with Xhaka. I'd play him with Ceballos. I think Partey sort of, he can not run the game, but stop us from getting overrun in midfield. Get the ball, give it to Ceballos. Let Ceballos, dictate play. We've been saying in the group chat, Ceballos was playing contract ball at the end of last season. Was played really well. So let's see if he can carry that form into this season. Because if he does, and we do get Partey, then that could be more than a decent midfield. But now I wouldn't play him with Xhaka. I don't think there'd be a need. We have enough, not enough, but we'd have. Xhaka would be surplus to requirements if you have Ceballos and Partey in the middle, I think.
Okay. Next question, Leo. Are you a bit worried that Aubameyang hasn't signed?
No. Apparently, it's already sorted. He's gonna be announced this week. So
He hasn't signed. We've been hearing this. We've been hearing this all summer. So is anyone in this chat? Is anyone worried that he won't sign?
I'm not as worried as I was at the end of last season. Like over the summer, I've been more encouraged because you know when somebody's leaving, like the noises that come out, it's like there's rumblings of he's going to this place or he wants to leave, but there hasn't really been any of that. He hasn't been linked with anybody. All the noises has been that he will sign. So I'm quite confident.
Rihanna, what about you? You think he'll stay?
Yeah, I think he'll stay. Like I feel like everything's been quite hopeful. It's been when they ask him at the end of matches, he doesn't have that kind of, I don't want to say like bad vibes, but when a player's leaving, they have like those vibes, like, that they're going somewhere. And I feel like yeah.
Okay, but you know what? This leads on to my next question. I think part of the reason Aubameyang's not leaving, and I said this in our group chat, Junior, part of the reason Aubameyang's not leaving is because of Arsenal's just the inability to appreciate the stock of our players. So someone like Aubameyang, who's firing on all cylinders, you'd think there'll be loads of offers coming in for him. But it just goes to like when you play well at Arsenal, no matter how well you play, it's just like other clubs don't rate us when it comes to buying our players for some reason. There's no player we've had that, even if they've left at their peak, it seems like you got value for money. So from Henry to RVP to Sanchez, and then when people are bidding for our players. So now this summer, where it seems like it's difficult for us to get rid of players, people are bidding 15 million for Maitland-Niles, which is disrespectful. 25 million for Bellerin, which is disrespectful. So why does it seem like Arsenal can never? This is a question to everyone, so we'll go. Why does it seem like Arsenal can never get rid of players or get the right value for the players we have? We'll start with you, Leo.
Well, Arsenal, especially England, a lot of clubs do valuation. They don't do release clauses. So they would only bid through the agents. The agents would tell you that, okay, you know what, this is probably the likely amount Arsenal will sell. And that's what they will come with, if you understand what I'm saying. So, of course, they're not going to come with the best amounts. They'll start lowballing first before they go higher. So I think that's always the problem. But if you talk about the business of us selling players, I'll say during the Wenger era, we made a lot of money from players. Players that we developed, like someone like Anelka, we bought him for 500k and sold him for 25, and we're able to build the London calling with that money. So we did a lot of business like that.
I'm tired, Leo. I'm tired of this fan base and coming with accountancy. I'm not hearing it. Anelka was in 1999 or 2001. No, we've had several players since.
Yeah, but we did even Nasri. When we sold Nasri, we made a lot of money from him. We made him a lot of money from Clichy, from.
How much you said? We sold Nasri for about 20 million, didn't we? 20, 25.
Yeah,
well, yeah.
That was a lot of money then. That was a lot of money then. But
yeah, that was good money then.
The City transfers were the only ones that we really made money from. Everything else, I'm not hearing it. Does anyone else have a reason why we can't appreciate the stock of our players, or because I just think we keep getting lowballed for years.
I think it might be down to maybe the press stigma that Arsenal has. Every time the press speak about Arsenal, in the papers, on the news, so there's always that kind of feeling that we're underperforming and the players are being criticised. This player is underperforming. So I think that kind of drives down the stock of the players. It's been like that for a long time. Like you said, I agree. We don't get good prices for our players. Maybe Iwobi is the only one in recent times
Iwobi
that I
and
can
Chamberlain.
think of.
Yeah, that's it.
And
Iwobi
and Chamberlain. But apart from that, we definitely get lowballed out. Yeah, I think that's down to press stigma. I think is a big part of it.
Okay. Rana, what about you? What do you think is the reason? Why? Sorry.
Sometimes I think it's with contracts. I don't think we usually let players get a bit too far into their contract before we renegotiate. So then when clubs start coming in, the valuation can be a bit lower. But I don't think that's like a main factor.
You're
or
right.
anything.
I think that's where I lean to. I believe that's where I lean to. It's just the inability to be able to realize when to negotiate, because apparently with Henry's one, it was like 2 years or a year to go. Van Persie, a year to go. Ramsey, all the way to the bottom. Sanchez, all the way to the, like, I understand. That's the only, is when it gets to the contract. But that's so, I believe that's just so, what's the word? Incompetent.
Yeah. And also, I don't think there's enough sharks in the boardroom. Since David Dean left, nothing was the same in the Arsenal boardroom. No cap. So I think that comes into it as well.
Okay.
Like, if we had Daniel Levy as chairman, you think anybody will be coming to us with these kind of offers?
No chance. It's pointless. It's pointless. Pointless. All right. So, Brianna, just quickly now. Was your name Xhaked before Xhaka joined Arsenal?
No.
Just to brief everyone quickly, her name on Twitter is Xhaked. So, yeah, that's why I just have to. And Xhaka's, as everyone knows, Xhaka's my favorite Arsenal player. So, so was your name Xhaka before Xhaka joined Arsenal?
No, it wasn't.
How far into his tenure did you change your name to Xhaka?
It was before it was confirmed he joined, right? It's a funny story. It's kind of a stupid one. I wanted to change my app. I wanted it to be a football-related app. Yeah. And Xhaka was joining. And, like, you know how all the apps get taken? So I was like, well, I'm just going to get this one. It was when I was, like, I think 17. I was like, I think I'm going to get this one. And, like, you know, he has, like, nice eyebrows. So I'll go with it. It's great. And then I ended up being known as a fan account, which I am not really.
Oh, so you actually don't. So do you like ride for Xhaka, or is it just actually just the name?
I do. Like, I feel like he gets a bit of harsh criticism sometimes. Like, even when he does play well. I think.
Yeah, you're right there. You're right there. True.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I do over-defend him because of the criticism he gets, but I understand why people want a replacement. I'm not one of those people that sort of thinks that Xhaka's the best thing since sliced bread. Yeah. Okay,
fair enough, to be honest. Squashed our
Shemi's so fake because he's one of the guys that criticize Xhaka even when he plays well. He's so fake.
You think so? Well, listen.
Yeah, 100%.
We have a group chat. You don't need to draw me out on Snapchat. Guys, real quickly, just before we round, I've got 2 more questions. Season starts on Saturday. Who's you lot's number 1 for the season? Goalkeeper. Who'd you start with? Martinez. Why, Leo? Why?
I feel like he's much more suited to the Premier League. You know, we do a lot of crossing in the Premier League, and he's much more assured in the box than Leno. I think Leno, obviously, overall, is probably a better keeper, but he's not very good in commanding his area. You know, I think Martinez is much more suited, bigger build, can grab balls in the air, and you need that against teams like Burnley, people that can't break you down. You know, direct class passes, they just come and cross and cross and cross. So Martinez for the EPL for sure.
Junior?
I'd go with Leno. I kind of disagree that he's not too assured of his handling and coming for crosses. I think he's improved a lot with that, especially last season. I think he's more commanding than he was. And apart from that, you know, that he's been our number 1. He was our big signing when he came in, or one of our big signings when he came in. So to drop him now, I think would be bad for his confidence. I don't know how will he be able to come back from that. So yeah, I'd go with Leno to start the season. And it's not like he was playing badly when he got injured.
I think I'd go with Martinez. Not because of any of sort of like their deficiencies or anything like that, just from the standpoint that if you drop someone that's playing well, I don't know how good that will be for the rest of the squad morale, like sort of saying you can just get dropped anyway, even though you're playing well. And I feel like that that might not look good. I think it'll be good if Leno can sort of play his way back into the position in like all the other cup positions, competitions even. Yeah, I don't really have a strong preference either way.
Okay. No, you've all raised very valid points, and it's crazy how torn it is, because even in some instances, people want to know, should we sell the keepers to one of them to make money? But I would go for Martinez, strictly from what Leo said. And I can't remember a time as an Arsenal fan where I've been confident when the ball's coming into the box. Like, the way he commands his area is a very big deal for me. And for me, I know it's just overcompensating in just commanding your area, but he's good enough of a shot stopper as well. So it's more, whereas Leno, fantastic shot stopper, much better with his feet. But I still have nightmares of the flapping his arms at Chelsea. It's happened a couple times. Most importantly, to what Brianna said as well, Martinez has been on fantastic form. I only remember one mistake since he's joined after Leno got injured at the Brighton game, and that was it didn't even amount to a goal. I think the Firmino against Liverpool, and he kicked it against Firmino. Yeah, that's the only mistake I can, off the top of my head, I remember Martinez making since Leno's been injured. So I don't know, and I believe if he doesn't start against Fulham, or Leno has a run of games ahead of him, it's, the deadline of transfers is 5th of October. He will probably try to force a move out. But then again, do we need two good keepers?
I think
at what point do you say, though, do you keep Martinez as your number one for the season? Because then we lose Leno. He's not going to want to stay as number two. At what point would you say? Yeah. At what point do you say, Leno, you can go, or Leno, you're going to play? It's quite a it's a dilemma. I guess a nice dilemma to have, but a bit of a dilemma.
I feel it's a very decision for Arteta to make, because I feel keepers at a certain age, especially the age they are, 28, 27, they have the same skill sets. Honestly, they all have the same skill set. The only thing that separates them is usually confidence. And I feel Martinez has gotten to that point where his confidence is really heavy. He's ready to even go to Argentina and be their number one. He's ready to go play with Messi. So he really needs to start. He needs to be number one in Arsenal as well. So, but for me, EPL definitely. But for cup games, I think Leno is going to be very, very good. For those ones. But EPL, we need someone that can claim the ball in the box easily, not punch it, claim it.
Claim them, yeah, literally. Guys, one thing before we go. Just everyone say one thing you're excited from an Arsenal perspective, not a Premier League as a whole, but from an Arsenal perspective, what are we excited about going into the season? What are you excited to see? Is it Saliba and Gabriel, Willian? What exactly? So we'll start with Junior.
Has to be Saliba. Looking forward to seeing Gabriel too, but I've seen a bit more of Saliba, heard a bit more about him. And I like good defenders. So yeah, and I don't think we've had like a really good defender like that maybe since early Koscielny days maybe. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how he adjusts to the Prem. Still a bit nervous that we don't have a competent, experienced centre back next to him, but yeah, looking forward to seeing how he copes.
Brianna?
Season 2 Pepe. I'm hoping that he's going to be everything we expected.
So yeah, Pepe. Yes, we're ready for him. We are ready. Leo, finally.
Yeah, I'll say all of them because I feel like just us winning the Community Shield shows Arteta is instilling some sort of culture at the club. We are doing anything it takes to win. So I really want to see how they play and grow as a unit within the season. So that's just it for me. I don't really care about the individuals because if they get injured, that's the end. But I want to see how they grow as a unit within the season. Game week 1, game week 2, game week 3. So let's see how they're gonna, hold up. If they lose one person, let's see how they're gonna hold up. If they gain the person back, all that kind of stuff. So that's what I'm excited about.
Okay. Similar to Leo, I'm most excited about Arteta. You lot know, most of you, if you've been following my tweets, how Arteta for me is under the lights. I'm happy he's won what he's won, but for me, he's under the telescope for me for this season. I just want to see, because I'm so disappointed with his in-game management. His team selection sometimes are shoddy. His man management seems good, and the morale he brings to the club, and the philosophy, the style of play he's trying to do, I understand. I kind of see it, but his in-game management is what I'm really going to look at this season, and just more so Arteta is what I'm excited about. So he gets a full season as a head coach. So yeah. But yeah, guys, thank you for joining. Guys, like, subscribe, all of that stuff. Guys, very, 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 very big thank you from the TF3 family. And thank you for being first Arsenal fans in our Arsenal conference call. So yeah, I'll see you all again. Big shout out to all your platforms as well. I'll plug you, don't worry. But yeah, we move.